The Leaning Tower of Pisa is one of the famous buildings in Europe. It is located in the Italian town of Pisa. In Italian, we also call Terra Pendeta di Pisa. And history of the Pisa Tower. The construction of the Leaning Tower of Pisa started in August 1173. After finished third floor, the building leaned slightly because the mixture of thick clay. This mixture will affect the tower because the salt was not contained enough to hold the tower. Then the building slowly moved downward due to the weight of third floor of bell tower. This building delayed around 100 years and hoped that this building much better and stable to the other side. This building also interrupted several times by wars, so that the government decided to focus on this problem, and construction of Leaning Tower of Pisa will hold for a while. After 100 years, engineer Giovanni di Simone continued the building until the 7th floor. He tried to create one side taller than other side. Then that's why the tower will be more lean. In 1838, architect Alessandro della Grisando dug under the basement tower of Pisa, thus made the construction lean more. Every year the angle is changed. Today, an angle of this tower is 3.99 degrees. Location of the Leaning Tower of Pisa is located to the next Cathedral of Pisa in Piazza di Miracoli, Square of Miracle in the city of Pisa, Italy.
Okay, today I will share with you about size and function of Leaning Tower of Pisa. The height of the tower is 55.86 meter from the ground on the lower sides and 56.70 meters on the higher sides. The width of the walls at the base is 4.09 meters and the top is 2.48 meters. Its weight is estimated at 14500 tons, and the tower have 294 steps. Okay, next the function. It was built to accommodate the 7 bells from the nearby cathedral. Tower bell are a characteristic feature of Catholic Church, and main function is to host ceremonial bells. But today, the main function is to attract tourists to come to Italy.
Hi everyone, my name is Shazwani binti Nazmi. Today, I will explain to you about the geometrical shape of the Leaning Tower. There are a few shapes that the Leaning Tower of Pisa has, which are a cylindrical body and a circle shape at the foundation and at the top of the tower. The Leaning Tower of Pisa has a cylindrical body that's surrounded by 6 colonnades with columns and vaults rising from the base cylinder. This tower is one of the examples of an oblique circular cylinder. What is oblique circular cylinder? An oblique circular cylinder is a cylinder where the bases are not aligned directly one above the other and the length of the altitude is not the length of the axis. The foundation and the top of Leaning Tower of Pisa has a circle shape. The tower has a congruent circle as the bases and a quadrilateral as its lateral surface.
Based on shapes explained section 2.1, each shape related with geometrical concept. This building consists of cylinders and circles. Cylinders have congruent circles as the bases and a quadrilateral as its lateral surface. Axis of a cylinder is the line segment joining the centers of the bases. The height of the tower is 55.86 meters from the ground on the low side and 56.67 meters on the high side. The height perpendicular to the ground is 57 meters. As mentioned before, this tower is one of the examples of an oblique cylinder. Furthermore, an angle is the union of two rays that share a common endpoint. Based on postulate, the measure of an angle is a unique positive number. The angle of slant of the tower is 3.97 degrees and approximate to 4 degrees from the vertical. The type of this angle is acute angle, which is an angle that is less than 90 degrees. By theorem, if two lines are perpendicular, then they meet to form right angle.
From the figure, the value of x is the angle of slant of Leaning Tower of Pisa from the vertical. We can see the right angle, which is an angle that is exactly 90 degrees.
Angle x and angle 86 are complementary angle. Two angles are complementary if the sum of their measure is 90 degrees.
Thus, we can find x by let θ1 equal to 86 degrees. Then, we will get x equal to 4 degrees.
Besides that, based on the theorem, the lateral area L of a reticular cylinder with altitude of length h and circumference c of the base is given by L equal to hc or c equal to 2 pi rh.
The total area A of a reticular cylinder with base area B and lateral area L is given by this, where r is the radius of the base and h is the length of its altitude.
However, the total surface area of an oblique cylinder is different from the total surface area of a reticular cylinder because the length of an oblique cylinder will coincide only with the central axis but not the vertical height. So, we can calculate the total surface area of an oblique cylinder using the slanting length L given by A equal to 2 pi RL plus 2 pi R square.
The total area A of cylindrical body of the tower can be obtained by this, and the answer is 3414.41 meters square.
Volume is the amount of space inside the bounds of a three-dimensional object.
By theorem, the volume V of a reticular cylinder with base area B and altitude of length h is given by V equal to BH or V equal to pi r square h.
The volume of an oblique cylinder is the same as the volume of a reticular cylinder. We can obtain the volume of cylindrical body of the tower by using this theorem.
Thus, the volume we obtain is 12,786.1 meter cube.
Other than that, the sharp circles are located at the top and the base of the tower. For the first circle, which is located at the base of the tower, the diameter is 16.9 meters, while the diameter of circle that located at the top of the tower is 10.27 meters.
Diameter of a circle is a chord that contains the center of the circle. For example, the diameter starts at one point of the circle, goes through the center, and ends at the other side. The length of a diameter is twice the length of a radius. Let a radius of a circle be denoted by r and the diameter of a circle be denoted by d, then d equal to 2r.
Thus, the radius of circle located at the base of the tower is 8.45 meters, while for the circle located at the top of the tower, its radius is 5.135 meters. Then, by postulate, the ratio of the circumference of a circle to the length of its diameter is a unique positive constant. In any circle, let pi be the ratio between the circumference c and the diameter of length d, then pi equal to c over d. Based on theorem, let r be the radius of a circle and d be the diameter of a circle. The circumference c of a circle is given by c equal to pi d or c equal to 2 pi r.
We can find the circumference of both circles as below, where the circumference of circle at the base of the tower is 53.09 meter and 32.26 meter for circle at the top of the tower.
In addition, based on theorem of area of circle, the area A of a circle whose radius has length r is given by A equal to pi r square.
We can find the area of both circles as below, where the area of circle at the base of the tower is 224.32 meters square and 82.84 meters square for circle at the top of the tower.
Lastly, I will explain to you about the cross-section of the Leaning Tower of Pisa. The cross-section is defined as the shape obtained by the intersection of solid by a plane. The cross-section of three-dimensional shape is two-dimensional geometry shape. In other words, the shape obtained by cutting a solid parallel to the base is known as a cross-section. The cross-section of Leaning Tower of Pisa, which in cylindrical body may be either circle, rectangle or oval depending on how it has been cut. Firstly, in parallel or horizontal cross-section, a plane cuts the solid shape in horizontal direction, which is parallel to the base such that it creates the parallel cross-section. Since the Leaning Tower of Pisa has cylindrical body, if it has a horizontal cross-section, then the shape obtained is a circle. By theorem, the circumference C of the circle with radius of circle R and diameter of circle D is given by C equal to pi D or C equal to 2 pi R. Diameter 16.9 meter and radius 8.45 meter for its foundation, meanwhile at the top diameter is 10.27 meter with radius 5.135 meter. From theorem, we obtain for foundation of the tower by equation C equal to pi D or C equal to 2 pi R, the circumference is 53.09 meter. While for the top of the tower by equation C equal to pi D or C equal to 2 pi R, the circumference we got is 32.26 meter. By theorem, area of circle whose radius has length R is given by A equal to pi R squared. From this, we obtain area of foundation of the tower by equation A equal to pi R squared is 224.32 meter squared and top of the tower is 82.84 meter squared. Secondly, in perpendicular or vertical cross-section, a plane cuts the solid shape in vertical direction which is perpendicular to the base, such that it creates the perpendicular cross-section. Since the Leaning Tower of Pisa has cylindrical body, if it has a vertical cross-section, then the shape obtained is a rectangle. Perimeter of a rectangle P is defined as the sum of all the sides of the rectangle. Leaning Tower of Pisa has base 16.9 meter and altitude 48 meter for its foundation, while base 10.27 meter and altitude 9 meter at the top of the tower. From this, we obtain the foundation of the tower has perimeter equal to 129.8 meter, while the perimeter of the top tower is 38.54 meter. By theorem, the area of rectangle A with base of length B and altitude of length h is given by A equal to BH. From theorem, we get the area of foundation of the tower by equation A equal to BH is 811.2 meter square, while area of the top of the tower is 92.43 meter square. Other than that, the oval shape is obtained when the plane cuts the cylinder parallel to the base with slight variation in its angle. Since the Leaning Tower of Pisa has cylindrical body, if it has a horizontal and tighter cross-section, then the shape obtained is an oval. By definition, an oval or ovoid is any curve that looks like an egg or an ellipse.
To summarize, the Leaning Tower of Pisa is built about 848 years ago. The tower was undergone a few reconstructions in order to make it stable. The geometrical shapes of the tower is it has a cylindrical body and circular shape as a base and top of the building, and the tower is obvious example of the oblique circular cylinder. The slant of the tower is approximately 4 degrees from the vertical. Other than that, we also calculate the area, volume and the perimeter of the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Because of the total perimeter, area and volume of the tower foundation is larger than the top, then it will be stable. We got so many information while doing this task, and it has opened our eyes to think about the building future. Every building has its own unique features and reason about why it was built. For example, the Leaning Tower of Pisa is built to be a complex bell tower for the religious purpose, but because of the miscalculation and ill-conceived design plan, the tower became lean. Thus today, the tower has been lean and it has attracted so many tourists around the world to see the seven wonders of medieval world. The building in each country also represent the country culture and it must be retained in order to symbolize one's culture. Thus, our country citizens must be proud of our heritage building and try hardly to restore it.